Ow! Ow!
That's what I just said. We need to attach those.
Ow!
Because right now I picked it up and I carried it over here.
What's up? Happy Monday, and hopefully everyone had a good end to the third quarter. It seems like Tesla did. There were a lot of deliveries taking place these last week, pretty much.
And congratulations, we got a lot of emails from our viewers who said they just took delivery. They were so excited they just picked up their cars, and congratulations on that.
Yeah, so anyone who got a Tesla, welcome aboard. Hopefully you're enjoying it. And Kimball Musk got his Model 3, so we'll put that there too.
We haven't seen it around town yet, but...
No. Maybe next week we're going to
open.
go to the kitchen in Boulder and see if maybe we can see it.
Maybe.
We'll see. So being it was the third quarter, there were some really good deals at the end there, and we kind of wanted to go over what kind of deals there are now. There's always a lot of people that email me and say, how can I get the best deal on a car? What can I do to get the best deal? Like, what can I expect to pay? So that's kind of what we're going to go over, just because it is a very emailed topic.
And this is mostly Model S, Model X, but it kind of applies for the Model 3 as well. A lot of these will apply for the Model 3 as well, as how you can basically get the best deal or save the most money on a Tesla when you're looking to buy. Because some of those prices are kind of high when you first start looking out there. But if you shop around and if you take some of these tips into consideration, you can really save, 10, 20, 30% on the car.
So we're going to start kind of with the biggest one, and that's going to be to buy an inventory or maybe even consider a CPO. So we actually kind of have our website pulled up in front of us so you can kind of see too. I'll put it up here. But we wanted to kind of go over a couple of these cars. Like there's a 100D Model X. So a 100D fully loaded Model X is going to run almost $120,000. But this one, while it does have 3,000 miles, it is discounted by almost $15,000.
Yeah. And you'll see if you sort by the price change column on there and click, they'll see how to sort. You can see in the last few weeks in September, there were some major discounts going on for all these inventory models as they're trying to clear them out.
Yeah.
And the inventory model, for those of you who don't know, is either a car that's in the showroom that they're using for test drives, or it's a car that was built and perhaps somebody canceled their orders. And another thing for inventory cars is those are often used as loaners. Whenever you go to a Tesla service center, when you turn in your car, if they have them available, they will give you a Tesla.
So that is one of the reasons why some of these cars will have some mileage, but when you think about it, 3,000 miles for $15,000 off, not bad considering you still qualify for any federal incentives, state incentives, all that. Another way to save some money is look at some CPO cars. Tesla does have some great CPOs. The only thing you do need to take into account is your federal and state tax incentives will not work. So if that's something you are planning on, you need to kind of think more towards inventory or new line. But some CPOs here. Yeah, this Model X 90D was listed a year ago now at $146,000, but now it is $112,800 with almost 12,000 miles on it.
Yeah. It's interesting because there's a gap, so
Yeah.
we don't know. It was probably a loaner for that first week, then it disappeared. So somebody bought it. It looks like they probably paid about $145,000 for this car. It is now showing back in our inventory again, almost exactly a year later. It only has another 9,000 miles on it in that year, but they've discounted the price, but like $37,000. That's an insane discount.
Yeah, so there are some great deals on CPOs. Normally with a CPO, though, you won't get the latest and greatest, but I will say if you want something like Autopilot 2.0, most people want that. They do only have 8 with Autopilot 2.0 that are CPO. So that is one thing to think about too. So if you want kind of the latest and greatest, an inventory or new is probably going to be your best bet. But they do have a bunch with Autopilot 1.0 and even more without. So definitely take a look at the website if you are looking and want to compare some inventory, CPOs.
And if you don't need the latest and greatest, they have had some even more amazing deals lately on older cars. They're just a couple of years old, but there's been Teslas for sale lately with less than $29,000 if it could get you into a Tesla.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's almost the same. You still can travel using the supercharger network. It's still got the big screen. It's got the same look. The body is almost entirely the same on the outside, except for the front end for those older classic cars. But less than $29,000 for a slightly used Tesla.
Yeah, I think I saw one for 27,000 last week.
Yep.
I posted about it on my Facebook, and it disappeared pretty quick.
Yeah, those don't last long.
Currently, as of recording this video, the cheapest one is a CPO for $44,000, but it only has 35,000 miles, which really isn't that many miles when you think about a Tesla and how far they can go. And again, CPOs still do have a great warranty on them.
So besides considering like an inventory or a CPO car, another way to really save some money on your purchase of a Tesla is to use a federal or state tax credits, which Eric's done a video on before, listing out all the states. He'll add a link to it. Some of it's maybe changed since then, but as some states have added or removed or changed their tax credits. But most people, if you apply and you're eligible for it, you can get the entire $7,500 federal tax credit still. And that Tesla still hasn't reached their 200,000 production limit in the United States yet. So that tax credit is still $7,500, and it's probably going to be that way at least another 6 to 9 months.
In Colorado, for example, actually what it was last year, I actually got 6,000 back for my Tesla. This year it is only 5,000. Still a great deal, but combine that with the 7,500, really starts to add up. So it's definitely something to look towards, and some of these states actually have more than 5,000. So you really want to look at that. Just make sure and clarify with an accountant and your state that it is still available before you for sure count on it.
Another way to save money when you get your Tesla is to consider any local tax credits that might be available for installations. In past years, it was available for anyone in the United States. There was a federal tax credit where you could get 30% back on whatever you spent for installation, for labor and materials to put in the EVSE or the high voltage wiring. While that federal tax credit ended at the end of last year, there are still some regional tax credits that might be offered from your local electric companies. So definitely, I know there's some in California and some other states where they'll pay maybe 50%. So you just have to submit your receipts showing how much you spent on your installation. And again, look at the fine print on all those if they're available in your area. But definitely a way you can save money, and many people don't know that benefit exists.
So one of my buddies recently has purchased a Tesla and went through this, so I think this is a valid point. And it is to go through Tesla financing if you can. While yes, you might be able to find some better deals going straight through the bank, from what I've seen, all my friends that have been ordering, they actually got better rates through Tesla than going through that lender directly. So definitely, if you're going to go financing route, check with Tesla, submit your application through them, and see what they can offer, because they do have some killer rates depending on where you are at in the country, even as low as 0.99%. And one of my buddies that just got his is at like 1.5 or 1.49. So there's some really good deals, and that kind of financing is really great. So another great easy way to save some money is postponing your software options. Right now, Enhanced Autopilot is a $5,000 upgrade and Full Self-Driving is a $3,000 upgrade. They're great and I use them every day, don't get me wrong, or at least Enhanced Autopilot. Full Self-Driving isn't out yet. But I will say, if you wanted to save $5,000, that is an easy way to save it, and you can always enable it in the future. Although it will be $6,000 instead of $5,000, it is still something that you can do when you get your tax credit, for example.
Yeah, and again, that can be added once you have your car. When Eric mentions the $5,000 or the $3,000 upgrades price, that's before you take delivery. Once you take delivery, those prices go up to like $6,000 and $4,000. But you can add those at any time. And when Eric bought his latest Tesla here, he went ahead and bought both of those. On mine, I just went ahead and got the Enhanced Autopilot. I did not get the Full Self-Driving, so if I decide to get that at a later date, it's going to cost me that extra $1,000.
The biggest thing I saw online, there was recently a poll, and a lot of people were saying, why would anyone buy Full Self-Driving? And I kind of got singled out, so let's just clear the air. I bought it for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted Full Self-Driving. That was the point of upgrading from my old car to this one. Two, I wanted to be locked in. I always look at those as just options. They can raise and lower the price, and if for some reason they need a new computer in this car or anything, since I already paid, I would assume that they would do that at no cost. It is still on Tesla's books as unearned income, so they are going to want to try to finish that as much as they can and push it out so that they can actually earn that income. But in the meantime, it was just easier for me. But also saying that, you could potentially take that $3,000, invest it, and within a year or so, when Full Self-Driving is available, you might have $6,000, $10,000. So another kind of way around it, something you could do. It's really up to you, but that is why I chose to buy Full Self-Driving right off the bat.
Okay, another way that you can save money when buying your Tesla is to consider where it's located. If you look at the location column on our website, you can see the general area. It might not be the exact city or state that the car is located in, but you can see that it's going to be in Northern California, or it's going to be in Georgia, or it's in Texas. And one thing you can do is Tesla will ship those cars to you, those inventory cars. They'll ship them all around the country, but they will charge a delivery charge. And so you might have to pay $2,000 to have it shipped from California to Pennsylvania, for example. But one thing you can do, if you don't want to have to pay that $2,000 delivery charge, is you can narrow down your search results on our website so that it only shows you cars that are close by. And then you can check to see, when you click on the links for those cars, it asks you for your zip code, and it will tell you if it's like a $2,000 charge or if it's free. There might not be a delivery charge. And I've seen examples where some people have tried to save money by looking to buy an inventory car. They found a car in Texas, but it would have been a $2,000 delivery charge to move it to Pennsylvania. But he found his owner advisor gave him a suggestion, is that while it would cost $2,000 to ship it all the way from Texas to Pennsylvania, they were able to ship the car from Texas to Ohio. That's the same sales region for Tesla, and there was no delivery charge on that. So instead of delivering it from Texas to Pennsylvania, you can ask, how close can you get the car delivered to me, and have it delivered, to the closest state. Then maybe you can still fly out there, drive to pick it up, but you can perhaps totally skip the delivery charge.
Yeah, and sorry to Alaska and Hawaii, but you're kind of odd man out on this one.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to drive back with those. Also, another way you can save money, this will vary greatly depending on how much driving you do. I always keep my eyes open for free charging opportunities. We definitely do charge at home. That's the main charging location, but my workplace has numerous level 2 chargers that are available for free, and I will charge once per week at work just to fill up and take advantage of that benefit. And so another thing too is keep your eyes open for destination chargers.
Yep.
If you're on a road trip, or even if you're not on a road trip, there's a location close to us that has like a dozen destination chargers, and it's only half an hour away. But whenever we go there and we
secret's out, it's a casino, we gamble, sorry.
Whenever we go and visit this casino, we are always sure to park at this casino and take advantage of the free charging. I mean, that gets us to go to their casino, and yeah, definitely we're saving, again, $2 or $3, maybe less.
It's a nice perk though.
But it's a nice perk.
So the last thing to try to save some money, and a lot of people have actually been reaching out to me, especially some friends taking delivery here in Colorado, is why they do need a wall connector. So you don't. Actually, right over there, I have just a 1450 outlet. I don't know. Oh, we can't see. Let's pan.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right there.
Right there.
That is a simple 1450 outlet. There's nothing special with it. And I've been using my mobile connector with it ever since I got the car. Actually, I did it with my last one too. This one, I do have the hardwired 1450 just because I kind of wanted to get it, see it. It actually works out really well. You can just use your mobile connector. You don't need a wall connector. If you do need something that offers really fast charging, yes, you will probably need that. But if you don't, my 1450 gets roughly 30 miles an hour. It's fine for me.
Again, the mobile connector comes with every Tesla that's sold, so you don't need to worry about buying the high power wall connector, or just the wall connector is what it's called now.
And it kind of ties into that, but also look at your electricity rates and see if you can get on a time of use program. We recently switched to that, and our rate is now half of what it normally was to charge because we both charge at night. And that is another easy way. All it took is a phone call. They came out, switched our meter, and it was done. So
another way to save. Look, we're talking about how to save when the Tesla. You can save on your electric bill as well.
Yep.
Our bills have gone down probably 25-30% just by getting on the time of use plan and charging our cars at night.
But that's basically it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know it's been a super popular topic, and a lot of people want to get into a Tesla, and some of those might actually be the key for you to get into one.
I'd say too, if you guys have any other tips that we might have left out, feel free to leave them in the comments and let us know. But these are some major tips that, like I said, I think you can save 20-30% off of the price of a Tesla if you add up and use all of these options we've listed.
We kind of already talked about it a little bit, but feel free to use our website, teslainventory.com. It is 100% free. You can do email alerts when a car matches your criteria. And if you use the referral code on any new or inventory car, you can get $1,000 off as well as free unlimited supercharging, which is a sweet perk. And you will help us gain certain referral prizes. So any help is certainly appreciated. If you have enjoyed our videos or website, feel free to go ahead and use that. Definitely thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and click here to subscribe, here for some more videos, and we will see you all on Wednesday. Bye.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, ride with me.